Hey everybody, this is Robert Monroe. This is the No Edit Podcast. I am just coming to you with some tasty grooves, just playing, and also talking about whatever I want to talk about. Today I want to talk about growth in your instrument, or really in life. It could be applied to anything. So we're just going to get right into it. The first concept I want to talk about is microdosing. And the idea here is very simple. If you want to learn any skill, just start out with something very simple that you can do over and over again, every day, even multiple times a day, but does not take very much time. So let's say you want to learn piano. Just pick one little thing you could do that would make you better at piano. The really obvious one is scales. But that doesn't mean that's what you have to choose. You could pick chords. You could pick a particular song you like, and you just play it to the point that you just see that progress going up the tiniest little bit, and then you're done. And then you do it again the next time, and then you're done. Somewhere between 30 seconds and 5 minutes. Somewhere in there. By the way, you can do this with anything. It doesn't have to be music. It could be anything. You want to microdose fitness? Well, just every time you walk by, get a pull-up bar set up and use that, and just however many pull-ups you can knock out. And you do that every time you pass by the pull-up bar. I'm telling you, it works. It will change the relationship you have towards that skill and get much, much better. Something that I've been doing that recently with is something called pistol squats, where you have to sit down on one leg and then have the other leg just straight ahead and then come all the way back up. First time I did it, just flopped on over, and now you can just keep on doing that. You get good at it. All right, let's talk about the second concept, which is the concept of it's an RPG. Now, what do I mean by that? If you're a gamer, you probably already know the term, but let me explain it anyway. It's a role-playing game. And these games are generally highlighted by the idea of either picking a class or coming up with your own class and figuring out how you want to play the game by what you enjoy doing. So if you enjoy being the person dealing all the damage, you choose a DPS character. If you enjoy being the person who helps heal everyone, you pick a healer. You can be the sort of the brute character that defends everyone. There's all these different classes depending on which game you're talking about. This strategy actually goes straight hand in hand into life. I think we think way too much about like, oh, okay, well, my dad was this, my mom was this, so I have these skills, so I need to go in this field. Yes, all of that is true. We all come with our own backstory and our different strengths and weaknesses kind of naturally built in or environmentally built in at a young age, but that doesn't mean that we can't choose how to pursue things. And specifically, I'm talking about your instrument. How do you pursue what you play on your instrument? Like, this is something I practiced at some point. That's why I'm good at it. You know, it's not like I just magically knew how to do it. And you can pursue really strange things. So one of the things I did for a while is different major scales in either hand. You can do all sorts of them. A flat and F major. Wow, it's been a while since I've done it. Got to work on that again. But that's the idea. This is going to open up the avenue of being able to play in different keys at the same time. How useful is it? Probably not that useful, but it does help separate out what our hands are capable of doing. Something as well that I practice quite a bit is our left hand being the lead hand. And I do that a lot because a lot of times I play keyboards on either side of my body, and so that way, whichever hand is there for the lead effect, I'm ready to go with. That's the concept of RPG. And I got one more concept with you, and that is lifetime progress. Let's put it that way. And what do I mean by that? I mean that you've got a long time to get to where you want. More time than you feel right now, especially if you're younger. I remember the feeling. I remember feeling like if I was not where I needed to be at 20, I'm not gonna make it. If I'm not on a major tour or have some big original album out in college, there's no way. Like, how are you supposed to make it? Everybody's young, right? False. That's a total load of garbage. Yes, there are things that happen in life that give you more responsibilities, that make it harder to take big risks, but there is time. And especially skill development, there's so much stuff I can do now that I was not able to do 10 years ago. I've been playing piano almost 30 years, and I probably have another 30 years of piano in front of me. And I would just argue, be patient with yourself. Pick what you can control and get better at, and then work on that, and then let yourself just experiment and have fun and be ultimately patient. That's the key word, patience, patience, patience. To give you kind of a personal anecdote on that, I've been kind of just raging a little bit while I'm talking. I never thought I'd be that guy. When I was younger, thought I never was going to be able to play very fast. And to be honest, I'm still not one of the fastest. There's so many people who just play super duper fast. So what did I think my killer ability was going to be? It was going to be sight reading. I was going to out-sight read everybody. And it was going to be theory. I was going to out-theorize everybody. And then also chord shapes, right? Get nice, juicy chord shapes so that I could always make sure I had the goods when it came to the chords. I basically was like, hey, I'll just use my brain and that will be my killer ability. And now I'm just sitting here and again, I'm not the fastest, but I can play. I can rage if I need. So to summarize up, microdose something. Whatever that exercise is, just do it every day. Just do it a little bit. The key is consistency. If you do it consistently, it doesn't matter whether it's a minute or an hour. If you do it consistently, you're going to beat somebody who does it for a little bit, but they don't consistently do it. RPG, pick what you think is important and start there. Even if it's a weird thing, just start there. And then finally, you've got time. And yes, I know there are certain opportunities that only open up when you're younger, or at least that's how it feels. But I'm telling you, just enjoy the journey. Control what you can. If you can't control it, there's no reason to stress about it. Spent way too much time trying to be anxious about things that I had no real actual control over. I'm Robert Monroe. I hope you enjoyed this video. This has been the No Edit Podcast. Comment below if there's something specific that you want me to talk about. Otherwise, I've got some videos in the works on all sorts of things, music, and then of course I have shorts every single day, just having fun. I mean, that's mostly what the shorts are about. Until next time, have a great day.